Good morning, everyone. Thank you for connecting with us. We will be starting 5 minutes from now. Good morning, everyone. I hope we are audible to you. Thank you for joining with us. If you face any issue during the webinar, please drop down a message on the chat box mentioned in the tool. We will be eager to help you out. So now we will be starting with the webinar. Once again, I would like to thank you for joining with us for our webinar on Microsoft Power Apps and in its integration with Microsoft D365 Business Central. Here I am Santosh Sharma, organizer of the webinar along with Priyasha Datta, who is our host for today. We are from Dhek Consulting Services Private Limited. Dhek Consulting Services is a partner-centric company which provides Center of Excellence, Innovation Center, and Support Center for Microsoft partners. So any partner who is looking to establish Center of Excellence, Innovation Center, and Support Center in India can reach out to me at santosh@dhey.com, Bhyay. If you also want to know what is Support Center, Innovation Center, or Center of Excellence, how we can help you out, please do contact us. Now I will be handing over to Triyasha Datta, who will be conducting our webinar. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Triyasha Datta. I hope everyone is able to hear me loud and clear. And I'll be your presenter for today's webinar. I'll be dividing this session into two parts. First will be an overview of Microsoft Power Apps, and the second part will be a demonstration of integrating it with D365 Business Central. So let's get started with our topic. First of all, what is Microsoft Power Apps? Microsoft Power Apps is a service for creating and using custom business apps across all platforms. It allows business users to quickly create cross-platform applications that can securely integrate with other data sources. To sum it up in three simple statements, we can say that Microsoft Apps connects to existing systems and data sources. It builds apps, forms, and workflows without writing any code. And the third will be it publishes apps instantly for web and mobile. Using Power Apps, you can quickly build custom applications and business apps that connect to your business data stored in various online and on-premise data sources like Excel, SharePoint, Office 365, Dynamics 365, SQL Server, and so on. Now, what are the objectives of Microsoft Power Apps? The main objective of Power Apps is to enable business users to build new capabilities via apps without requiring any code expertise. Microsoft has given an intuitive visual design for Power Apps with a drag and drop functionality and a familiar look and feel taken from applications like Excel. Power Apps has connections to various Microsoft-based and third-party applications, which includes MS SQL Server, SharePoint, and OneDrive in Office 365 Productivity Suite, as well as Dropbox, Google Docs, and Dynamics CRM. Now, what does Power Apps do? Power Apps provides a nice drag and drop user interface to allow you to add different controls in the form of text, field, choice field, media in the form of images, video, camera controls for your phone, forms, and screens to construct a mobile app. It also allows you to connect to external data sources or store data directly inside the app. Once you have created an app, all you have to do is publish it and share it with your organization. Now, let's talk about how the Power Apps will be created. It means the creating methodologies. It can be done using two methods. The first on our list will be Canvas apps, which simply means start with your user experience. Canvas apps gives you the flexibility to arrange the user experience and interface the way you want it. It allows you to your creativity and business sense to guide how you want your apps to look and feel. You can build Canvas apps for web, mobile, and tablet applications. Creating a Canvas app is very easy with Power Apps. You can find your or create your app in several ways, such as from data, from a common data service source, from a blank canvas, and via app source. Now, what is Common Data Service? It is a data platform that comes with Power Apps and allows you to store and model business data. It is also the platform on which Dynamics 365 applications are built. Now, second on our list will be model driven apps, which means you can start with your own data model. When you create a model driven app, you can use all of the power of the common data service to rapidly configure your forms, business rules, and process flows. It also builds up from the shape of your core business data and processes in the common data service. You create a model driven app from the Power App site, which is on cloud basically. Model driven apps are automatically generate great user interface that is responsive across all devices. Like every coin has its two sides, so there are with Power Apps. So there are some limitations as well as some features about Power Apps. So let's take a look at the features. As we all know by now that Power Apps is no code, which means it is a drag and drop functionality. So yeah, in-house developers won't be able to add any custom HTML or JavaScript or do any other hacky things to the underlying device. If Power Apps can't access anything external to it, then neither can your users or your developers. It builds apps in hours and not in months, and which can easily connect to any data. It uses Excel like expressions to add any logic. It runs on the web, iOS, and Android devices. Now goes the limitations. The limitations of Power Apps will be it is only designed to be used for business mobile apps, which means it is for internal use and not available to the customers. You are not going to create a Power Apps to share with everyone in the world. Power apps are not designed for customer consumption, mostly due to the licensing model as well as technical limitations with sharing with external users. An active internet connection is required to add or modify a record in the application. So now we have seen the overview on Microsoft Power Apps. Now it's now time for the next part, which is the demonstration. So now we'll see how to create a model-driven app by connecting it with D365 Business Center. So, so first I have logged in to the Power Apps website using my credentials. Yeah, so I have logged in using my Power Apps credentials to the Power Apps website. We can also do this by downloading the desktop application and log in through that. It will also direct us to the website as well. So now I have moved into my front end of the Power Apps website, and now we'll start integrating it with D365 Business Central. So now in the home page, click on date connections and I'll add a connection through Business Central. So here I have clicked on connection, then new connections, and I'll be clicking on Business Central. So here it asks me that it tells me about Business Central and I'll be creating it. Yeah, so it asks me to choose an account, so I'll be choosing my account. for the integration, and it will, we can see here adding connection messages displayed. So here I can see my connection is added over here, and now we can start creating our business, Power App. So I'll be clicking on create, then start from data, as we have already some data in our Business Central. So I'll be selecting my connection, and I'll be choosing a data set for my Power App. So I choose production here, and in the production I'll choose my table for which I'll be creating the app. So here let me take customers for instance, and I'll click on customers and will connect. So here we have created the front end of our app. Here we can see the list of customers which are available on the table. So here by clicking on preview, we can do the following, like we can see more details of this customer. Let me click over here and see, we can see the ID, number, display name, company of this particular customer. If I wish to edit this item, then I can click on the edit button and I can add anything. Let me add here a phone number, and I can click on save so that my details are saved. And if I wish to add a new customer in the record, then I'll be clicking on create new item, and I'll be adding all the details for my customer. And like in this way, I can also to check it if whether my record is added or not. I'll be clicking on refresh. I can also sort it alphabetically or any way mentioned by you. So this is our front end created. Now, as you can see, we do not have all the fields listed in the front page of the app, which are present in the table. So to add new field, we will be clicking, this is the control panel. So we will be clicking on edit screen 1, and then uh, from the drop down, we will be selecting edit form 1. And to my right side, I can see the property panel is activated. So I'll be going on fields, and I'll be clicking on edit fields, and then add a field. So here let me, these are the available fields in the table, but which are not displayed on the front page of our app. So let me select address for instance. So I'll be adding an address field to my front end page. Yes, we can see my address field is added, and now it's time to save, to create our app by clicking on save. So I'll be naming my app, as this is a customer's app, so let me name it customer. And if I wish to choose an icon, so I'll be doing that. We can browse through internet, or we can select from the available options as well. So let me choose, let me take this for instance, and I can choose the background color as well. So let me choose this, and then I'll be saving my app. So here, customer, and I'll be clicking on save. So my app is created. We can see here. Now to we can download this app by downloading the desktop application, or in our mobile phone we can download the application Power Apps, and from that will be able to download, and from that we will be able to download our so we saw how to create an app. Yeah. So now we will see our Power App installed. So we will click on Power Apps of our desktop application, and we will search for the app which we recently created. So here is my customer app, and I'll be clicking on click to download for downloading this app. We can do this the same process by downloading an Android application of Power Apps on our phones, and we can download the customer app from there as well. So it has been downloaded. Here it has been downloaded. So yeah, we can see the customer page is opened here. We have downloaded our app, and now whatever we were doing on the website, we'll be able to do the same processes over here as well. So this application is now downloaded on my desktop, and as I said, we can do the same thing on our mobile phones as well. So yeah, and hence we created a model driven app by connecting it with D365 Business Center. So it's time for question and answers. Please drop your questions in the chat box.
So now we are open for the question and answer session. If you have any questions, please drop down a message, or you can drop down your questions in the chat box. We will be eager to help you out.
Hello. So we have a question from one of our attendees. that can we save image from Power Apps to D365 or not? So yeah, we can if we have the image record in our table, then we can add image from Power Apps as well. So the next question is, can we create multiple screens in one app, like customer, vendor, item, etc.? So yes, we can create multiple screens in one app too, or we can create multiple apps as well, whatever you wish. We can do both. And for the next question is how to work across multiple VC companies simultaneously. So we will be adding new connections like I showed you. We will be choosing multiple data sets to connect simultaneously. So we have to connect to the multiple companies and the connections. Please drop your questions in the chat box. I'll be trying to answer as many questions.
Okay. Uh,
Our next question is how to show the D365 customized table in Power Apps data. So to create a new table, we'll be using our first way of creating an app, that is Canvas apps. The demonstration I showed was of model-driven app, which is by connecting it to a third-party data source. So to make a new table, we will be using a blank canvas. Yes, it is possible. to show, but it is quite time consuming as we have limited time slot. So we'll be conducting a next webinar on that. Thank you. So our next question was asked was, is it possible to show how to make a customized table? So yes, it is possible, but as we have limited time slot, so we'll be conducting this session on our next webinar. Yeah, we'll be also sharing a recording of the same if you wish.
Do let us know if you have other questions to be answered. We will be sharing video of the session to other attendees. And also the references for the question asked, we will be sharing it. And we will be also conducting another webinar series next week. So look forward to joining. We will be also sending you feedback mail. So please drop down us your feedback. Please give us your suggestions regarding the webinar, which will help us to improve our webinar series and give an optimal solution to all the attendees who are giving their valuable time to us. So I think that's for today. We would once again like to thank you every attendee who gave their valuable time and joined us for the webinar. We will be sending you the video link and the feedback form on as soon as possible. And we further look forward that all of you please join us in the other upcoming webinar series of the Consulting Service Private Limited. Thank you for joining us. Thank you.